Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Macho Motors. In last week's video, we posted a poll to determine whether or not are we going to keep the car and make it the official project car for the channel, or are we going to sell it and make what I think would be big profit, or keep it for this season and then get it ready and prepared for next summer. So my official decision is I should definitely sell this car, but my heart says differently, okay? My heart speaks to me and it says she loves me. Oh, that actually hurt. Oh, the roof is burning hot. Ouch. She bit back. We still got plenty of repairs to do on the 370Z, including painting the fender and painting the front bumper. But just because we are keeping the 370Z just for a little bit while we repair and test out and make sure it's good for the next owner. That's what we really want to do. We want to make sure we take a couple months to really prepare the car for the next owner, make sure it's reliable. So we really need to do some thorough testing of the vehicle before selling it. But it doesn't mean that we are completely getting rid of our morals, because we already got the next car for the channel coming up very, very soon. I have all the parts ordered, so stay tuned for that. But if you want sneak peeks for upcoming episodes, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at macho.motors. I post fairly frequently hinting to upcoming videos and some behind the scenes of Macho Motor activities. And without further ado, we are going to jump into fixing up all interior related things for the 370Z. So let's get into it. So we are back here for another day with the 370Z. I still can't believe it's my car. And although it's not looking perfect, the front is really coming together. Like overall, looking like a car again, especially without the bite in here. And these body lines that I got with this new headlight are looking very crispy. The fender is still on very loosely, so the gap is a little bit bigger here because we're gonna have to take it off anyway to paint. But we are still waiting on parts to complete the front bumper, like this one corner light, the fender lining that's missing underneath the car, so we still need that. But today we're working on all interior upgrades to improve the look and feel of the whole interior, making it a little bit more functional and a little bit more stylish. So since the auction, I haven't really looked through the interior of the car. I don't know how much of the interior I showed you guys in the last video, but we have this beautiful D&D steering wheel, which I'm not sure if I'm going to keep because it is throwing an airbag code, and as much as I love the steering wheel, I love having no lights on the dash even more. We have this absolutely terrible to drive with shift knob, which we are upgrading that today. And overall, it's not super dirty, just crumbs from daily driving it. I have noticed that there are like spare trim parts right there, but we are going to look through the car together and upgrade a few things in the interior to make it that much more enjoyable of a sports car. Also, I didn't realize this is a Jeep, but we have a melted duck here that has unfortunately passed away in the car. We're going to be removing him today and giving him a proper burial. And this is my first time seeing it, but I think the previous owner's girlfriend name was Autumn, and he left it on the passenger side as like Autumn's seat, which is kind of funny. Obviously Autumn won't be sitting here anymore, so we'll be removing that. Unfortunately, it's getting a little dark in here. Instead of flashing a bright light like this for the entire video, our friends at Last Fit is hooking us up with LED lights for the entire interior of the car to help modernize the look. And if you've never done LED lights before, it's super simple. All you got to do is pop this part out as so. And once you have the cover off, remove the extremely hot light bulb carefully, or even smarter, just turn off the bulb and remove it yourself. And then we're switching over to our brand new Last Fit LED light bulbs. Literally just plug and play. Whoa! We have the Last Fit LED light bulb in. This is the old one, and this is the new one. Whoa! Wow, look at the way it brightened up that interior. From this to this. Wow, I can literally see everything. Like, look at this difference. So I'm gonna let the results speak for themselves. This is the old dome light, and this is the Last Fit's LED dome light. Only one of them. From this to this. What a huge difference that makes. For now, we're gonna even out the brightness by doing the other side, which is same concept, super easy. old bulb out, nice and easy. Get your new LED bulb, which for the 370Zs is an LT10. And then put this one on just like how we did on the right with the gentle push. And boom, we got a studio in here. Now look at the lighting difference for the rest of this video, especially when you're trying to modernize your car within a budget. I think these lights were only $10 for both, which is super, super budget friendly because Last Fit provides a wide range of variety of LED lights for any make and model. So be sure to check them out and upgrade your interior to some nice LEDs. Makes your car really look modern and clean no matter the year or the age. And unfortunately with the 370Zs, the trunk only has, I think, one light available for the entire back space, which this is all you can really see with it. So we will be upgrading this one to LED as well by doing the same concept. We're gonna pop out the old one and put the new one in. Unfortunately, this one I can't turn off unless I unplug it. So I got gloves on because the bulb is kind of hot. The bulb is not giving me the grip I need to pull it out. So I think we're gonna just unplug it, leave it out for a little bit. We're in the front seat with the bulb. It's had time to cool down. Popped it out nice and easy and popped the new one in. Takes a couple of seconds to really upgrade the look and functionality of our trunk now. So let's see the difference that this has made. So we just plugged it back in and we are popping it back into the slot. And look at the difference that one light has made for this entire trunk. I can actually see to the back of the cargo space. Before we only had like this one little light here. I feel like we got great momentum with these easy installs. So let's head into the front of the car and start addressing some of the issues that it's going on here. Starting with this Hulk style shift knob for whatever reason. So let's upgrade that. So like I said, I've been collecting parts for a little while and I found this absolutely steal of a deal on this Z1 Motorsport shift knob for just 10 bucks. I definitely like the ball feel of the shift knob more than the like grab feel, because I like to have my hand on top and just be able to shift. So this should feel a lot better. And I like my shift knobs to be a little bit shorter. So that should improve the feel of the driving experience, even though we haven't driven it that much. So let's get this very easy install out of the way. All you have to do is twist off the shift knob like so. Very easy, no clips, no screws, no nothing. And go on with the Z1 Motorsports. And I think we're done. That was it. Boom. That feels way better to me versus trying to grab, palm it. I approve. I definitely approve. There you go. I didn't realize I didn't have it all the way on. I'm so excited to be driving my 370Z. It's still kind of mind-blowing to be able to say that, but this looks so much cleaner and much more, I'm gonna call it grown up, instead of this giant green shift knob. So huge upgrade for just 20 bucks. I wish I could have felt the OEM shift knob because I don't really have this one to compare it to anything. This one feels great, but I'm sure Nissan did a really good job with designing it, but I'm not about to spend $100 or whatever it costs from the dealership to get. I think the next thing is time to finally say goodbye to Senior Ducky. Luckily, I think he just kind of peels off. And there you have it, the remains of Senior Ducky. May he rest in peace. It has honestly been a week since that last video because it has rained non-stop, constantly for the past week. So we finally got some good weather today and we are going to finish up sprucing up the interior of the 370Z. One thing I would like to get is this cup holder full of change, and I really hope this just pops out. That works too, I guess, but the whole thing popped out. I got a cup full of change, so you know we adding that to the bucket. First look of behind the seats. Found some pliers. Found this, which I believe is for the engine bay. Oh, no way. The OEM shift knob. That's awesome. That would have been helpful to be able to find reverse. We already have this Z1 Motorsports shift knob, so I already paid for this, so we're gonna use it, but nice to know that we were able to get the original. And there was the reverse. We got whatever cover this is, and then I believe this is a tool bag. Yeah, feel the crowbar. And a knife. All right, we'll just put that one back. That one in there too. Look at that, I found a tennis ball. Goodbye, Autumn. That's not good. Go pretend that don't exist there. Okay, bye, Autumn. You left your mark. Now this next addition to the interior may be controversial, but it's a little bit sentimental to me because this was in my old project car and I've been transferring it around to all my project cars now, and it is brand new floor mats. And you might be thinking, oh, floor mats is not a big deal, but these, ooh-wee, that Japanese goodness. And here is how the interior came out with the new shift knob, the new floor mats, brand new LED lights from Last Fit, which can also come in colors like purple, blue, and yellow. Has completely transformed the interior of this car. So here's the segment of the video where my camera decided not to record any audio for some reason. But basically I said there's a whole bunch of screws that we need to take out for the glove box. Zip, 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 zip. And then there was one more deep inside, so I think that's the sound of a screwdriver. And now this should just pop right out, just like that. Crick, 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 pop. And then I think I said I'm gonna just leave the glove box on the ground because I don't feel like messing with all the wires. And as I always recommend, you guys should always change your cabin air filter. And I realize this is why I always say it, because this one is crazy, crazy dirty. I really need to get some gloves right now because I really do not trust touching this cabin air filter. So I'll be right back. So I'm pretty sure this is the original cabin air filter because it has the Nissan logo right there. But because of the original owner's amazing maintenance, we are going to change this out right now. So it was a little stuck, so we used a screwdriver to help persuade it out and just get it started. And here comes the cabin air filter. First look. Absolutely disgusting. Super, super nasty. And it had that mild mice piss smell. It didn't smell like it in the car, but the cabin air filter definitely smelled, just reeked of it. So here's the old one and here's the new one. And I can already tell I bought the wrong one, which is okay. We'll just order the new one. But this is why I always recommend you guys should always change your cabin air filter. It is part of an important maintenance to keep your air conditioner clean. Look at what we would have been breathing in if we were driving this, or the new owner would have been breathing in. So I peeked in and I saw a little bit more presents for us inside the vent. So we went fishing and we pulled out not one, not two, not even 3, 4, 5. Now the number is just getting too high. I can't count that high, but here is the big bolt of the nest, and it just smelled disgusting. So here's the cabin air filter. You can see the clear P line of the mice and the beautiful housing insulation that we found. All right, so now that we got the mouse insulation all taken care of and the cabin air filter is gone and we're waiting for the new one because we ordered the wrong one, we're gonna go ahead and disinfect the vents throughout the entire car. If you're an OG to the channel, you already know how to do it, but for the new people, we're gonna quickly show you how. Typically, we would go in with that contrascent but unfortunately after the last car, we ran out. So we are going in with that citrus scent. So let me show you how to get her done. So you need to turn on your car. It doesn't need to be running, but at least on. You're gonna find your air vent. Make sure it's not on recirculating, which is this one, and it's on this mode here, which allows the fresh air from the outside to come into the cabin. And then you're gonna choose which vent that you wanna clean. So we'll start with the head and feet. So switch over to right there. And now turn the air on full blast. So look below the windshield and above the engine bay, you should find these grates here, which is sucking in the fresh air into the cabin. And then you get your citrus scent. And then you generously spray it into the grill. Once you've done the head and feet, you switch it over to the defrost vent. And now repeat the process with this one. So now you're disinfecting these vents here. Let's take a little whiff. Smells like off-brand Sprite. You know, that citrus soda. That's what it smells like. So not a huge fan of the citrus scent, but we might have to get some more contra scent. Lastly, no interior is complete without the Macho Motors air freshener, giving it that Macho Motor smell. You already know where to go, macho-motors.com, to get your own Macho Motors air freshener. We got the brand new cabin air filter in, so we can finally complete the interior of the 370Z. Let's get her done. Take off the cover, grab your cabin air filter, slide it all in there, and then you put on the cap, like so. Woo! And with the magic of YouTube editing, we're gonna have this all gone in 3, 2, 1. And voila. I am super happy with how the interior came out compared to what we started with before. It's just a completely different car right now. So I think it's only right to end off with a test drive to feel out the shift knob and the whole feel of the interior. So we're gonna start her up. Ooh, that exhaust sounds so... Oh. We have a check engine light. Start it. Ouch! That really hurts so bad. Ooh, okay. Rub it out, rub it out, rub it out. All right, we're all good. Pause. All right. But that does not mean that we are... What does that not mean? What does it not mean? But it doesn't mean